Hey everybody, and welcome back to another weekend roundup. Today we're going to take a look at all the mods released in the Giants Mod Hub for the week of July 22nd through July 26th. This was a rather interesting and busy week for Giants. We had the release of the John Deere Cotton DLC. I like to refer to it as just the Cotton DLC. I have to say I don't really see naming a DLC after a brand when there's only one item in the DLC of that brand, and there are 4 items of a completely different brand in that very same DLC. So I'm just going to call it the Cotton DLC from here point forward. Did a video on that on Monday night. And then on Wednesday, we had the big reveal of the week. In my opinion, we had Seasons finally public release on the Mod Hub, and a surprise mod release, the Hauer Snowpack, a plow and salt spreader. We're going to look at that in a little different segment here in the video because I'm going to activate Seasons up, we're going to activate the Snowpack, and we're going to take a look at the Snowpack. I've done several videos related to Seasons specifically this week, so we're not really going to talk too much about Seasons in this video other than just mentioning it here. Then also saw several other mods get released this week. Let's go ahead and go over here to the Mod Hub and take a look at those. So here we are in the Mod Hub. Of course, we had the Cotton DLC that was released on Monday night, or basically Tuesday midnight for the Giants time zone. Here we had Seasons released on Wednesday, fairly early in the day for me, as well as the Hauer Snowpack. And then we had, for the rest of the week, we had the water fountain, a Fendt harvester, Amazon front fertilizer tank, some updates to a map, the SX Heavy Pack, and the MAN TGS Argo truck and trailer pack. We also had the release of the Mesko Rol Z066. This is like a brush hog mower. Got some placeable streetlights, placeable crop storage building, adjustable mirrors. This is going to be a fun script to check out. All of the mirrors seem to be totally whack in most in-game vehicles, so this will allow us to make corrections and actually, hopefully, make use of in-game mirrors. We had a very interesting mod here, the photo store. We're going to take a look at that here toward the end of the video. We had a map get released, and then we had another Great Plains YP 4250A planter get released, and then another John Deere forage loading machine. So let's go over here and take a look at the mods in testing thread. You'll see that several of these mods that have already been released are here listed in the testing thread. This testing thread was last updated on Thursday. Okay, so it wasn't updated on Friday because Giants is now at Kloss headquarters for FarmCon that starts today. Adjustable mirrors, that was released. The Mesko Rol Z066, that got released. Photo store, crop storage, floodlights, Great Plains. Here's that mill loader. It's the MAN TGS truck. Here's that map that got released, heavy pack. So there you go. So a good, probably third of the mods even listed in this in-testing section have already been released. There are 119 mods pending testing, and Giants estimates now we are up to 8 working days to work through the list. Let's jump back here to our game, and what we're going to do now is basically work our way through all of the various mods that were released, newly released, I should say, in the Mod Hub for this week. First up, we're going to take a look at the John Deere 953 MH mill loader. We're going to find this one here under forestry machines. We have the 953 MH mill loader, $410,000 to purchase this, 330 horsepower, 5 mile per hour working speed on this. So we are going to We're going to want to transport this on a low loader, and look at this thing. This thing has got to be top heavy. Be careful trying to transport this thing. But I think the way it's designed is it's designed to then have fairly good vision and reach. Get a hold of those bunches of logs in loading and unloading semi-trailers. So we have the standard configuration, 4,000 kilogram back weight. Look at that thing. And back to standard. Let's go ahead and put on the big honkin' rear weight. $21,165 to lease, $4,150 per day, and $8,715 per operating hour. Look at this thing. It's massive. Wonder how you get up in this. Because, you know, the ladder doesn't extend down very far. Check out the inside. John Deere Frankenstein, that's what it said when we got in it. Boom camera. Oh, that moves quick. Got the standard outside camera. So let's take a look here at our mouse controls. Left click, up and down. It's the main boom arm, up and down, and it moves very, very quickly. Left and right. It rotates very fast also. Right mouse button, up and down, extends and retracts the secondary arm, and it's very quick motions. Double mouse button, it's going to open and close the claws, and left and right is going to rotate those. Pretty basic controls, but the controls are very, very sensitive. Now something else we have here is L, fasten tension belts. For some reason that's not been working for me, so let's go down here. There they are. Let's close it back up. Oops. This mod actually has tension belts also. So what we can do is we can use those tension belts to basically close around the logs that we are going to be trying to grab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make our way down to there and try to pick up those two logs that we cut quite a while back, and see if we can see these tension belts in use. Alright, made her down here. This took, I don't know, about 20 hours it seems. So park in here where we got the trees going on. Double click, rotate this up. Up. And let's hit the tension belt button. So there's the tension straps. Basically, we can pick it up at this point. It's going to be held by the straps. Opened it all the way. It's basically just being held by the tension straps. We can let it go. Close it, strap it down, and then we are good to go at that point. It's really designed for the loading and unloading of, I think, big semi-trailers. Grab, several logs at the same time, then use the tension belts to help keep those logs in place. There you go. That is the John Deere 953 MH, and it is by North Modding Company, and Evan Zantsev. Zaitsev. Go with that. Zaitsev. This mod is available for all platforms. Next up, let's take a look at the Fendt 9275L harvester. Got the 6275L harvester here. $220,000 to purchase. Does all of our standard harvesting grains here. 8,600 liter storage bin, 12 miles per hour driving speed. It will work with the Fendt free flow 25-foot header and 276 horsepower. So let's see where this kind of falls in with respect to the storage capacity. Right here with the John Deere T560, $285,000 versus $220,000 for the Fendt. We have our standard configuration on our wheels, wide tires, back to standard. Let's go ahead and lease this up. Leasing it is $11,220 initially, $2,200 per day, and $4,620 per operating hour. Go over here to tools, and then our headers. We have the Fendt Free Flow 25-foot header as an option. It's 7.6 meters in length, working speed of 6 miles per hour, and is $49,500 to buy, $2,524 to lease, $495 per day, and $1,039 per operating hour. Let's just check and see. Nope, we don't have a custom corn header. And let's see, do we have a specific? Nope, do not have a custom header trailer. Unfold this. I don't know if this particular model was, there was a Fendt harvester in Farm Sim 17. I don't know if this model was the one that was in 17 or not. This mod is by ETA La Machoice, and this mod is available also for all platforms. Let's drive up here to our test field, and we'll just run a little bit of grain through it and see how it looks. Let's take a look at the cab here. Check our help menu. That is to control the header, take reel. Whoa, whoa, what is that? Oh, we have a camera on the boom, the pipe. Okay. There's our inside camera, camera on the pipe, then our outside free flowing camera. On. I was just lowering it. Go. Prop coming in. The windrow. Just to spread it. Check our lights. So we do have illuminated inside. Pipe cam again. Grain coming into the receiver. The grain storage. Let's check out the lights. Interesting. Let's go over here and check out these lights. So here's our first stage lights. Side lights, just the side lights. Second stage lights are the rear lights. The third stage lights are all of the other lights. 3 beacons on the harvester here. 4-way flashers. Front, the rear, left and right. blinkers. Okay, guys, that is the Fendt 6275L harvester. ETA La our choice. Back down here to the shop where we're going to take a look at the Great Plains Seeder mod. Great Plains YP4025A by DJB. Now, this mod is available for all platforms, and it appears to be an edit of the in-game Great Plains Seeder. So let's go ahead and take a look at the in-game one first. Under Seeders, let's be over here under Planters. So under Planters, we have the... Oh, they are different. Oh, this one is a shorter version. Okay. Well, I was seeing the picture, and I was like, we already have one of those. What's going on? So the in-game is the YP2425A, $142,000. Is 18.2 meters in working width. Does all of our standard crops and is 280 horsepower. Holds 5,800 liters of seed. We have the Great Plains YP4025A. It's $102,000. Just 12-meter working width. Does our standard crops again, and actually holds liquid fertilizer and seed. 4,414 liters of seed or fertilizer, and has a working speed of 9 miles per hour and also 250 horsepower. This took a little bit of time to, I guess, spawn in. $5,202 to lease, $1,020 per day, and $21.42 per operating hour. So we have a choice of trailer attachment. So there is an attachment here on the rear, or 3-point. So a 3-point on the front, or a trailer on the front. There are two options. Can't speak today. I don't know what is going on. So let's take a look here. Let's get a tractor we know that can pull it. That should have the power. Let's go over here and take a look at this thing. Big honking cedar. Tall in that respect. Let's get a pallet of liquid fertilizer. Let's hook up to this thing, and we'll run back up to that field and give it a try. Actually, no, we'll run over to the. We'll run down to the old poplar field. Load up the liquid fertilizer. So that's going to hold 1,514 liters. Got some seed stashed away over here. Question is, can I get to it? Nope, I cannot. Okay. Well, we're just going to have to get another pallet of seed. Just like the other Great Plains, this one doesn't really have the best turning radius. Neither did the other Great Plains. See how much seed this thing holds. Probably take this whole pallet and more. Yep. Take this whole pallet and Hauer. So let's head on down here to the field. Plant something fun, like corn. Everybody loves some good corn. And we've got a combination of plowed and cultivated ground here. So this will tell us if this is a no-till type planter, if it can plant on plowed soil or not. Maybe that's not really telling us that. Go. Planting away. Probably need to go up to the other field and try it on that harvested ground. Let's go do that. Let's check. Field 25 is harvested, so let's just run down to that one. I won't keep you guys with me. I will bring you back once I get down there. Right? Get it down here. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Nope. You're going to need to cultivate up your fields before you make use of this particular seeder or planter. Alright, so I'm going to run back up to the shop. We're going to take a look at our next mod. Alright, next up we're going to take a look at the Amazon FT1001. This is a spray, kind of a pup tank that goes on the front. Find it here under tools, and then crop protection. Scrolling over here, it has 1,000 liter capacity. And again, attaches to the front of your tractor. Costs $5,500 to buy. Holds liquid fertilizer and herbicide. No configuration options. $280 to lease. $55 per day and $115 per operating hour. Let's go ahead and get a bit of herbicide. Show you how this works. Played in Farm Sim 17 is going to know what this is, because I'm pretty sure this model was available back then. So that's 1,000 liters. And I'm thinking that this mod was intended to be released at the same time that there was an Amazon sprayer pack that was released. It's by the same mod author, Lottie98. It is available for all platforms. So I think this was a companion mod to that sprayer pack. It does list in the store some compatible models. None of those are sprayers that are based in-game, which is why I'm thinking that it is really just referring to those Amazon sprayers that were a part of a mod released back on back a couple weeks ago. See, that tank had 2,000 liter capacity. We now have 2,000 liters because we have a little bit of fertilizer. Front tank does have a fuel gauge there on the left that you can see the fill level on. And there you go. Basically what it does is basically increases the capacity of any sprayer. It be a 3-point sprayer. It could be a pull-behind sprayer by 1,000 liters. So we're going to drop this here, and like I said, we're going to go take a look at our next mod in the shop. All right, next up we have the Mesko Rol Z066. This is a tow-behind mower, or I don't know if it's really tow-behind, but it attaches to the rear of your tractor via the 3-point. Kind of a brush hog style mower. It's a 2-meter working width, 30 horsepower requirement, and works at 9 miles per hour. $12,000 to purchase, $612 to lease, $120 per day, and $252 per operating hour. This mod is by Darius Budnicki, and is available for PC only. PTO attachments. No hose attachments because there's no hoses to attach. Raises and lowers with the 3-point. Let's head down here to our little plot of grass that we've tested with. Turn it on. We're rotating PTO. Drop it down. Off we go. Clearing brush behind us. Pretty good for the guy who is looking to mow a small amount of grass, maybe for a small sheep herd. Someone who is doing some small time farming, doesn't have any big tractors but needs a mower. This is perfect because it only requires 30 horsepower. Again, this is the Mesko Rol Z066 mower by Darius Budnicki, and again, this is available for all platforms. That will do us for our vehicles and implements, everybody. We're going to run up to our placeable area up here at the top of the hill. And we're going to take a look at a couple placeable mods. We have 2 scripting mods, as I have classified them. And we are done for the day. Not too terrible long of a weekend roundup this week. Probably because of the preparations for FarmCon. So in the news this weekend, we will learn about what is going to be the new Platinum expansion. Buzz around is pretty much the writing on the wall is this is going to be a Kloss expansion DLC. I don't know how it could be anything else, given the fact that we are having this FarmCon at the Kloss headquarters, an unlicensed brand in the game. Right before the Platinum DLC announcement, Kloss is giving a 45-minute presentation, and then we have the Platinum announcement after that. And we learned about the FarmCon location way back in March, I think, that it was being held at Kloss. So if the Platinum expansion comes out in November, because it is typically 1 year after the base game releases that Giants releases a Platinum expansion, then that would basically mean that they would have had from March till sometime in probably October to put together the Kloss DLC, a set of Kloss equipment, vehicles and implements, and whatever else they are going to bundle in with Platinum. So that is plenty of time to get that done, in my opinion. So we'll just have to see. if I am right in that we're talking about a bunch of Kloss implements and equipment next weekend. So, first up in our replaceables, we have a crop storage building by DMI 20mm Normandy. So go to sheds, have the haul for crops and machinery, $45,000, $75 per day. Put it down there. It's all right, fix that later. So let's take a look. Rotates kind of off center. Kind of an interesting rotation there. Go ahead and put it down. Take a look at it. So we've got really nice kind of a concrete and stone front texture here on the walls. Pretty cool. There's a bit of a gap there between the roll door and the inside of the building. That could probably have been a little tighter. So you're not seeing inside the building there. Clip triggers. Triggers. Click. I cannot talk today. We have our click triggers for the doors. And then we have our big machinery haul or prop storage. Because the sides of these have collisions on them. Doesn't look like we have any lights in here. Got lights modeled, but we don't have any light switches. Looks like we do. Lights on. There we go. There they finally turned on. So we do have a light switch. This didn't seem like they were working initially. There you go. This mod is available for all platforms. And next up, we have the Floodlight and Streelights Set. This mod is by Top Ace 888, and it is also available for all platforms. We're going to find these under miscellaneous. We have a $2,000 floodlight. Thankfully, it rotates on its pole. It's good to see there. Then we have a 9-meter streetlight for $1,500. It also rotates on its pole. It's good to see. An 8-meter streetlight for $1,300. A 6-meter streetlight for $1,000. And that is it. Take a look at these. We'll look and see how bright these are here in a little bit. But the last placeable mod that I want to look at today is the water fountain. This is by ETA La Ma Choice again, and is available for all platforms. The description said this is a fountain that puts fresh water at your disposal. $2 a day in daily maintenance on this. Rotates on the water pedestal there. And we'll just put it down. It does appear to change the ground texture to dirt around it. There you go, pretty basic. Water coming out the little spout of the pedestal. Water flowing. Going down the little drain there, I guess, into a reservoir. That is the water fountain. All right, let's see. Do we have... Nope, we do not have fast forward in here, so I'll be right back. All right, so we have fast forwarded into evening just to see how these lights light up. here to light up pretty darn well. Now we do have them all kind of really close together. So let's just for fun spread them out a little bit and just see how things look. Start with the 6-meter light. Pretty good little spotlight. 8-meter. 9-meter. And then the floodlight over here. There you go, guys. That is the continuation of the Floodlight Streetlight kit. They seem to light up a lot better than the VGA lights over there, in my personal opinion. Alright, so when we come back, we will be back into daylight, and we're going to take a look at the adjustable mirrors, the photo store, and then we're going to take a look at the snowplow and salt kit. Right now we're going to take a look at adjustable mirrors. This mod is by, I will just direct you to the lower right hand corner because that is a name I am having no idea how to pronounce. This mod is available for PC only. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So we are in our case Optum. Mirrors on the sides, well, I don't really know where they're pointing to. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to adjust those. So we take a look here at our F1 menu, right control, keypad 0 to turn adjustable mirrors on. And now that we have that, we can see that we have this mirror, and then that's the mirror we are controlling. So we can go right control, keypad 2 to move the mirror up and down. Now, if we go to the extremes, you can kind of see the mirror plane separating. Hopefully we don't have to go to severe extremes here. And then we can go keypad 4, go out, 6 to kind of turn it in the tractor. So we go right control keypad 5 to change the mirror. This one over here says this mirror. Rotate and move mirrors. Hopefully a position that we can make use of. Like so. I'm moving this by hitting the 4 button, 6 button, the 2, and the 8. So 5 changes it to this mirror over here. Key is that we don't go to the extremes, obviously. That is pretty neat. Left control 5, and now we are back to our original mirror. And then when we're done, we can basically do left control 0 to lock the mirrors back down into position. So that is adjustable mirrors. Now the photo store is a little interesting and a little unique and very, very specialized. So when I first looked at this, I didn't really understand it at all. Give you who made the mod. This mod is by Viper GTS96, and it is available for just PC. So the way this works is it basically is replacing our shop with a solid background. So here we go. That's what it does. So it takes the normal shop and puts this kind of pink background on it, so that we can basically get a nice transparent image for our vehicle store icon. There are a couple text files that are included in the mod that I'll put up here on the screen so you guys can just see quickly to reference. They are in the mod zip file. There is a how-to folder in the zip, and in those there are several different translations of these two text files. The one on the right is how to change the color of the background, and the one on the left is basically how to use the mod. So we're not going to change the color. Just going to go away with that one. But basically it involves editing an i3D file or the XML file to put in the appropriate color code that you want. What we're going to do is kind of show you how it works a little bit here. So just like the shop, if I left click, I can rotate the camera around to different angles to decide what I want to do. Or I can hit the left control and numpad enter. And what that does is it sets the photo mode. So it locks rotation. So now if I left click, all I'm doing is moving it kind of in this circular pattern. Get like right up on it, or I can kind of get a little distant away from it, zoom out or whatever. So that's left control enter. Allows me to do that. Left control enter, then freeze the camera back up to the free rotation. Left control 8 basically moves the camera up, which has the effect of moving what's in camera down. Left control 2 moves the camera down, which has the effect of moving what's in it up. And I have to hit this several times. It doesn't move it real quick. I can't hold it down. Left camera 4 moves the camera to the left, which obviously moves your item to the right. And left control 6 moves your camera to the right, which makes the item move to the left. We can turn the lights on by hitting F. Basically, take a picture with the lights on, take a picture with the lights off, or whatever we want. Then if we hold the right Alt mouse button down, we can basically get the configuration overlay to maybe change the configuration choices to a different tire set or something, and then basically demonstrate how we can change your colors. Then we can go back into the shop, and then we're back ready to take our picture. So that is the photo store mod by Viper. Viper GTS 96. Okay, so now we're going to set up to show you guys the snowplow and salt kit. Alright, so we have loaded up seasons, and I've made sure that we have a layer of snow down. Take a look at the snowpack, the Hauer snowpack from Giant Software and Realmus Modding. This mod is available for PC and Mac only. So if we go to Tools, then Miscellaneous, we have the Hauer TS215. This is the salt spreader. Has a 4-meter working width, 12 mile per hour working speed, and a capacity of 1,500 liters. $612 to lease, $120 per day, $252 per operating hour. In addition to that, we have the Hauer SRS3 plow, $16,000 to purchase this, 15 mile per hour working speed and 3-meter working width, $816 to lease, $160 per day, and $336 per operating hour. Now, to go along with the salt spreader, over here under Objects, under Big Bags, we have the Road Salt Big Bag, $1,920 to buy, 1,000 liters of salt. Go ahead and get that. And let's hook up to this stuff. Let's put our plow on the front here. Put our salt spreader on the back. Let's check our controls. So if we right mouse button, left and right, we can actually rotate this down as if we could use this to back up and scoop into salt. If we had a heap of salt, we could do that. Or we could just hit R to fill it, like so. And then we have our left and right mouse button. What that does is that controls the plow blade. Okay? Let's go over here. And it's something important to note is we can't spread salt on land we do not own. What this also means is we likely will not be able to spread salt on most of the roads because we may not own the road. Not giving us a message here about it, but that is a possibility. May not be able to spread salt on a public road on your map simply because you don't own the land. Pretty much see how this works. Just turn it on, and then everything behind you, salt vanishes. Now this only gets rid of one layer of snow. If you have a large pileup of snow, you're not going to be able to get rid of the snow in this fashion simply because you have too much snow piled up. Thought processes behind that is that, well, when you apply salt, it doesn't melt a huge pile of snow. It only will melt, it's only effective against a fairly small amount, or a thinner layer. Okay, there you go. That is the salt spreader. Let's lower this down. Mouse left of them, left and right. So we lower it by hitting V. Oops, toggle to the right one. Lower the whole plow by hitting V on our 3-point, and then we drive. We get this cool rolling snow animation. We double mouse click. We can move it to the right or the left. So now we're plowing off to the right. Double mouse click, move the opposite direction, and now we can plow off to the left. Now this will work with multiple layers of snow. Alright, so let me go magically make a few more. Let's make a little blizzard happen. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so we are back, and it has been horrible snowfall here. Got a whole lot of snow that has managed to accumulate in such a short amount of time. Let's lower our plow and get to work scooping this snow off the field. Turn the snow, and then we can toggle back to our salt. You can see it's clearing a little bit, but not a whole lot, because a lot of the snow that's behind us is more than one layer deep. Let's turn around. Moral is, don't let the snow pile up. Drop this back down. Turn on our plow or salt spreader. See, it's not getting rid of snow unless it is just one layer. Something that I wanted to show you, why the reason we put salt on the field is, look at that. This strip no longer has fertilizer. If you salt your field, you're going to strip it of fertilization. So if you have a field that has any amount of fertilization on it, and then you, for some reason, go crazy and you decide to spread salt on it, you're basically stripping away all of the fertilization that was on the field as a result. So guys, that is it. That is all the mods released this week in the Giants Mod Hub. Come back next week for the next edition of the Weekend Roundup, where we take a look at all the mods newly released in the Giants Mod Hub for the previous week. And until next time, happy farming.